I have a bit of a struggle. Nice outro. Shout out to you. Aight, everybody. How is my hand? What happened to my hand? I've forgotten everything. Still in Wokingham. Yeah, I know. What's that about? I've arrived now, so I can tweet it. There we go. Bam! Did I send people to the right thing? Ah, we can do that Inception thing again. Wait. Let's see. No dodgy tabs open. Right, loading myself. No dodgy tabs open. Right, loading myself. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said we'd do that every time, didn't I? What should I say? It's just hi would sound quite terrifying. Okay, let's just wait for it to calm down. Hi. 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 Are you kidding me? Oh, stop. Wow. So yeah, that's fun. I have the attention span of a plank of wood. So, hi everybody. How are you? I haven't looked at myself. What do I look like? That's okay. Right. I haven't been here for 2 weeks because I've been busy on a Tuesday, which I guess happens sometimes. Sorry about that. Sometimes I feel like if I haven't had a live show in a while, it's like you guys are collectively a friend that I haven't seen in a while. You know what? Do you guys get the same feeling? Like I haven't done a live show in a while. I feel like I'm neglecting someone, as if all of you together are just one pulsating mass that is you. So congratulations on being part of you, everybody. What part of the pulsing mass do you want to be? The butt. Good start. Yeah, that's a great start to my return to doing live shows. Okay, so what's happened in like the last 2 weeks, basically? I uploaded that Get Ready With Me video like freaking 10 years ago. Sorry. That was fun, cool, okay. Yeah, that was a stupid idea that I had that ended up being something that I actually made, and now that's on the internet. That's cool. 1,000 years. i.e. 13 days. Yeah, I know. Exaggerations, though. Exaggerating's fun. And my video with Casper, yeah. So some of you guys will, and some of you guys won't know about a YouTuber called Casper Lee, who I did a video with. That was good. That was fun. That was a positive experience. He stole my freaking card on my camera, so I had to borrow Phil's. You better give that to me. Has he already gone to Orlando? Shit. I should have texted it. Anyway, he better have remembered it. Anyway, so yeah, that was fun, and I have filmed a new video, and I'm currently editing it. And as I'm going to Playlist Live this weekend, I'm going to plan on uploading it tomorrow. So look forward to that. It probably would have already been up tonight, but PJ came to mine and Phil's house yesterday, so blame him. Not really, because then it equals more videos. So yeah. What stuff do you want to talk about? My Chemical Romance. What about My Chemical Romance? Any breaking news? I'm just gonna Google them right now. My Chemical Romance. Anything other than their new song? Nope, just the song. Fake Your Death. Yep. Well, we didn't. That was ages ago, wasn't it? Wasn't that like a month ago that happened? Yep, that's cool. That's a thing. That's cool. What did you do yesterday? Yesterday, YouTuber friend Kick the PJ was visiting London, so he came to mine and Phil's humble abode and hung out and filmed some YouTube videos. So I think him and Phil made a video together, and then all three of us are going to be in a Would You Rather Extreme Edition video that PJ is making now. That's going to be very funny. Is it out now? Is it out now? When did he upload it? It's YouTube/Kick the PJ. Is that a thing? It's already up. When did it go up? 43 minutes ago. Wow, cool. So that video is up on the internet, and it's good. That's efficient. Wow. Does he like not even have an internet live? Just instantly films something and then edits it? Who is this guy? Wow. What have I been doing for 43 minutes? Preparing myself mentally for this. Did you do anything for St. Patrick's Day? No. Yeah, so if you don't know who Kick the PJ is, he's a cool guy. If you just go to youtube.com/kickthepj, you'll see a video of me filling him playing a game of Would You Rather that was lol-worthy and fun, because he's a kind of creative dude. Did you drink any beer? Said somebody, as if that's a regular activity that I partake in. No, I didn't. Nobody else. Dye your hair. Dye my hair what colour? What colour is my hair? It's just a generic dark brown. If you had the power to dye my hair like a sim, what colour would you want to dye my hair? Internet. Pink, blue, purple, green, ginger. Ginger. Nice. Yeah, lilac. All the crazy colours. No one just for, like, blonde. You would dye it to Tyler Oakley. What's that, like? Bleachy. Dye it bleachy. Because that's a colour, isn't it? Bleachy. When was the last time you wrote a real letter? Probably when I was like 8. I think I've probably written 3 actual real letters in my entire life, basically. What country do I live in? I live in the UK, as it says there. It also says I'm in Wokingham, which just isn't true. I don't know why it says that. Anyway, how am I? I'm good, thanks. I've been in my editing cave. What are you doing tomorrow? Said Cookie, ! 3. Thank you, Batman Ann, for putting me in jail. That requires a lot of points. What was I saying? Attention span of a dog. Oh yeah, editing a video. Fun, fun, fun! Prepare for that tomorrow. Do you like cheese? I love cheese. I love cheese so much, but cheese is very, very fat, so you shouldn't have cheese that often. Cheese is like the worst thing, isn't it? It's like if you're having a sandwich, or like you get a sandwich from somewhere and there's cheese in the sandwich, that's like instantly doubled how unhealthy the sandwich is, and that sucks. Just recently, I've just been like so depressed at the world for just good food being bad for you. Like I was walking around town buying clothes for my trip to Orlando this weekend, and I walked past this like bakery that had all these little cakes and macaroons and stuff, and I was just like, why can't I eat all of it? You know what I mean? And it's just a fact, it's like I could, and I'd love for us all to do that, but then you would definitely like have a heart attack in like 2 weeks just because you can't, you know what I mean? So I'm just feeling particularly depressed at the, just the fact of life that you can't constantly eat the bad things. You know what I mean? Favorite crisps, said someone multiple times. Do I have a favorite crisp? I don't know. That's like saying, what's your favorite band? It's a way too emotional question. What's your favorite song of all time? What's your favorite brand of crisps? I don't know. It's too big of a question. Squares, right? Squares are a good crisp. Yeah, totally. Are you wearing socks? I am wearing socks. They are grey socks. Excitement. Did I go to prom? Yeah, I went to 3 proms because I went to my school's high school prom and then my 6th form college's, whatever that is in America, prom. So I had like 2, and then I went to someone else's as their guest. So I got the triple prom experience, and they were all kind of bad. But what books have you read? Well, like recently, I don't know, what books have I? I'm still wading through the Game of Thrones books. Holy crap, they're so big, in a good way. You use Spotify? Said Nat. I do indeed. That's like a thing. Sarah P said, Dan, you should vlog playlist when you go. I'm usually in other people's vlogs in playlist. This is like the time of year where I go to a YouTube convention and then you see me appear in a bunch of like 14 other daily vlogging YouTubers videos. So yeah, Playlist Live, if you don't know what it is, it's one of the many YouTube conferences that happen in the world, and it's in Orlando. So me and a whole bunch of other YouTubers are going to Orlando this weekend. Woo! Super fun. I'm excited. That should be cool. What's that on your wall? Where was a Muse poster and a generic robot poster? Generic robot poster. Greg talked about me earlier. Greg who? Who do I know that's called Greg? Greg James on the radio? Hopefully he didn't talk about me. I am so afraid of Greg James. Just complete awkwardness there. Like 10 out of 10 awkwardness. Did Greg James talk about me? Oh no, what did he say? Probably something nice or random or whatever, but what did he say? I presented the BBC Awards where Dan and Phil went and then they lost. Will you ever come back to Italy? Said somebody. Yeah, just about, what did he say? I'm trying to find I know that no one listens to Radio 1, but what did Greg James say about me? He said something about holidays. Did he? Did he say that Dan and Phil aren't going to be on the radio this weekend because they're on holiday in Florida? Because that's accurate. Do I like toast? Said Emma L. Yeah, I guess. Like, who doesn't like toast? That's fine. He asked where I'm going on holiday. Oh, Florida for Playlist Live. There you go, Greg. Super awkward. So, yeah, me and Phil went to this thing called the BBC Radio Awards last Monday, I think. Jesus Christ. Which we thought was going to be this cool radio awards show, but it turned out that it wasn't really like a big awards ceremony, like awards shows. It was kind of just like an internal BBC thing for like elderly people who work in the radio industry. And we were nominated for an award for innovation because we're so innovative, but we lost to a feature which allows you to click on a song that's being played on the radio and it links you to the song on Spotify. So we lost to a concept, basically. I thought that we'd be up against other shows, and I'm like, of course our show is more innovative than other shows because we're like internet people, but it turned out that we were just against anything that was vaguely considered related to the radio. So we just lost to the team of people that made it so that you can click on a song playing on the radio on the BBC website and it takes it to you on iTunes or Spotify. So that was fun. That was cool. It was cool to spend many hours inside a building with loads of 40-year-old people that work on local BBC Lancaster and stuff like that. Favourite Teletubby? I don't know, Tinky Winky. He's just so sassy, isn't he? With his red handbag. How were your burgers? They were good, thanks. Yeah. That was like my, the badness. Why do you not love cannibals? I'm sorry. I mentioned this in my video with Casper Lee. He said, Dan, do you love all of your subscribers? And I was saying statistically, because Casper Lee has 2 million subscribers, it's likely that one of them is probably a cannibal, and does he love that cannibal? Moral questions, but frankly, not enough people are taking the time to consider. You know what I mean? You can always trust me to take a fun question and just deviate into a really boring philosophical tangent that no one has any interest in talking about. Dan, have you started packing for Florida this weekend? No, packing is something that I do on the morning, obviously. Do you know who I am? Yeah, packing is going to be wow, my room is so tidy, but now I have to pack, so I'm just going to stick a hand inside the wardrobe and then just empty it vertically into the suitcase. There you go, that's my plan. Who needs to plan for events? Too right. What TV show are you watching at the moment? Still rewatching Buffy, crawling through Angel, enduring Angel, and Teen Wolf, which is at the same time like really terrible but amazing. It's definitely not the highest art form, but it's just really great and fun. So, yep, Teen Wolf. Very fun, silly, but kind of accidentally amazing TV show in various ways. I'm dangerously close to expressing an opinion there. I was way too close. Do the llama song. I could, but then so many people would be confused. And what else? I don't know if Phil Skate mentioned this in his live show on Saturday, but we started watching another anime. Anime Watch! with Dan. At which point, half of the stream goes, what the hell even is anime? And then even less of them care. So a new anime that we started watching that's good, which Phil probably mentioned, is, what's it called? I don't even know. It's called like Magical Girl something something something. So there's like a genre of animes that are about basically Japanese schoolgirls that get magical powers, like Sailor Moon. I wasn't aware that this was like such a stereotypical genre, but it's called Puella Magi Magica Magica, which is an incredibly catchy, amazing catchphrase. And it's basically an anime about some 14-year-old high school students in a slightly futuristic Japan that learn that mystical beings grant them the power to turn into magical girls like Sailor Moon, who then have to save the world by killing witches. And I saw the box. I don't know. There's like, the box just looks like a girl in a pink skirt, and I saw it and I was like, I don't know, man. This doesn't look like my thing. It doesn't look like a giant robot, or like it's gonna be really sad, like Attack on Titan, and it looks a bit too girly for me. Which apparently is something that a lot of people are afraid of, but then it's like amazing. It's just like the freaking best thing ever. It's so good. So whatever, just Google that if you're into anime, because it's life-changingly good. I'd say, like, if Full Metal Alchemist and Attack on Titan are like here, it's definitely like here. It's better than Black Butler, and in many ways it's better than Death Note, but a lot less iconic than Death Note. But it's very good. Anyway, moving on. Whoa! Wow, how many people stopped watching? What's the name again? Just search Madoka, which is Madoka, and then Magica, which is magic with an A on the end, and you'll find it. It's cool. Did you watch Black Butler? Yeah. Opinions, Dan. Opinions. I'm okay. I can express positive opinions, basically. Secret Cinema. Yeah, that's the thing I did. So, any of you guys out there Wes Anderson fans? Royal Tenenbaums, Moonrise Kingdom? Cool guy. His new movie, Grand Budapest Hotel, is really great, by the way. If you're a fan of him, or you just like kind of cool, quirky films, you should watch the trailer for it. The Grand Budapest Hotel. It's really very great. And my friend found out about this weird thing called Secret Cinema, and it's basically like a bunch of people, I guess they're like a theatre company. They basically turn a film watching experience into like an interactive thing you can go to. So they basically make an evening where they recreate the fictional universe of the film. So you buy tickets to it, and for example, they recreated this hotel and it was cool. Or they did one for Shawshank Redemption where you buy tickets and then they basically like strip everyone naked and shout at them and make them do push-ups. So basically it's like you buy tickets to this event and then they make you role play what it's like to be in the film, and it was super cool. And they made it was so Wes Anderson-y, because they were like, you have to bring either some pink flowers, a piece of art that you've either made or collected, an Alpine postcard, or some unwanted clothes in a bag. And I brought a painting that one of you guys gave me. I didn't give it away, thankfully. I just bought it. Someone, wait, who said that? I just lolled very hard internally. No, wait, don't scroll down. Wait for it. Where was it? Oh no, is it gone? I hope not. Someone typed into the chat, who I'm guessing is someone that's new to my existence, said, wow, you're like a posh emo, lol. Wow, one sentence that can instantly make me lose all faith in humanity. That's just... it's all faith in humanity just lost in one sentence. The people that have been here for a while will know why that just saddens me in every way. Man, that's okay. I can just cut off my fringe. There we go. I can start talking with a. All right, blood. What's happening there? Oh God, that doesn't look cool. I need to get the fringe out of my face. There we go. That's stupid. Who is Buffy? What is it? Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, aka one of the best TV shows of all time. You need to watch it if you wanna understand what it was like to be a teenager in the like 90s or 2000s. Then you really need to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because it's kind of like the defining teen program of the last 20 years. It's very excellent. Why is there an Amarillo in your toaster? What? Are you going to the Tri-State playlist? No, I don't know what's happening with that. Maybe, I'll tell you if I am, but not yet. Do you watch The Walking Dead? I do. I watched the episode with Daryl and What's-Her-Face just kind of talking in the woods for a very long time. Very long. Just kind of walking through the woods in Georgia. Like, Walking Dead is one of the biggest shows on TV at the moment. They must be generating so much money. What are they spending it on? Are zombies really expensive? Because otherwise they're just kind of walking through trees. But I appreciate the drama. Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I did appreciate the dramaticness at the end of Daryl and Beth. I did appreciate the kind of growing up realizations and stuff like that at the end. What is your most colourful shirt? I have a shirt that's got like lots of different colours all over it. That's shrunk in the wash. I can't wear it anymore. Sad face. No radio show this weekend. No, because I'm in Florida. Sorry, we forgot to mention it at the end of the last one. We probably should have done that. Game of Thrones in 18 days. Yes, that's gonna ruin my life completely when that comes back. Let's look forward to that. What have you got against Georgia? I have nothing against Georgia. It's just that there's a lot of walking through the trees in it, which is fine because I express no opinions. Bethel, what is that? Everyone's new ship, is it? How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Notice me, senpai, said someone. Hi. Put your hair in a quiff. I can't. I just sit here touching myself annoyingly, not even in an exciting way, for just so long. That would be the worst thing ever. But I had a shower this morning, so my hair is super poofy. And by I had a shower this morning, I mean I washed my hair. You should come to Ohio. I one day want to go to all the places just to cover that up. Super puffy, said someone. Yeah, totally. Why don't I believe in luck? When did I say that I don't believe in luck? When did I say that? I remember I said it recently. When was that? Was it on the radio? I don't remember. I feel like that's the kind of thing that would probably offend people. Oh, in Casper's video. Yes. Why don't I believe in luck? Why would you believe in luck? Do you believe in ghosts? Why would you believe in luck? I believe in, obviously, the kind of like the definition of luck just as a measurement of probability in the sense of if you are a lucky guy, then things that are uncharacteristically fortunate happen to you quite often, then that is lucky. But I don't believe that luck is an actual force present in the universe that can be controlled by anything. I'm sorry if that ruins all your dreams and it makes you really hate me. Someone just said, luck doesn't exist, just like love. Wow, that's deep. Well, I can say personally that I don't believe in the cosmic force of love that can be controlled by rabbit's feet. I don't think I have a philosophical answer to whether or not the concept of love exists. That's, wow. That's intense, whoever said that. Have you heard of LeakyCon? What, the Harry Potter conference? Of course I have. I'm still getting fucking emails from Pottermore. And they're like, breaking news! This new feature from Pottermore has just come out. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of stopped caring about Pottermore after I sorted myself and then tried to do one chemistry lesson and got really confused. I'm sure that it's really amazing and an amazing service to all the people that are big fans of the Harry Potter universe, I'm sure, but the best bit of it was the sorting for me, and that went wrong. I don't think I've talked about this in a while. Some of you guys will know this, but Pottermore was this thing on the internet, which Harry Potter did, which is the worst description of anything that anyone's ever done. And they sort you at the start of it, and this was like the biggest deal ever, because it's like if J.K. Rowling actually decided what house you'd be sorted into. It was official as shit, okay? But it was just a sham, because I did it once, okay, and some people got choices, okay, so depending on the very deep answers, because you know how sometimes you'll go on an internet quiz and it'll be like, which member of the Friends crew are you? And then whichever person it says that you're most like, the question's like the stupidest thing ever. Like, if it was, which Teletubby are you? It would be like, is purple your favourite colour? You are Tinky Winky. The Pottermore questions were like really deep. But then some people got choices. So it didn't happen very often, but some people got like, you could be either in Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff. And I was like, ah, man, that kind of sucks. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I shit you not. I did it, and I thought really hard about every answer, and I was given, at the end, my result for what I was going to be sorted into was a choice between Gryffindor and Slytherin. What's the point? What is the point? What was the point of me? I was outraged. So some of you guys already know that, but I was just, I like flipped so many times. I was like, are you serious? Like, if you gave me Gryffindor, I would have probably been like, I'm really happy with this result. Maybe it's a bit boring, I don't know, lots of people want to be in Gryffindor, but I'm happy with it. And if I was in Slytherin, I would have been like, yeah, Slytherin, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a bit evil, I know that it's not evil, but I mean, that's cool. But they gave me a choice. I was just like, I mean, on one hand it's cool, because basically that means I'm Harry Potter, you know what I mean? Except it doesn't, because the Sorting Hat said that he was in Slytherin, and then he was a drama queen. I'm like the opposite of Harry Potter, because I wouldn't have really cared which one I would have been sorted in. I just wanted to be sorted, and then he gave me the choice. So I'm basically the absolute opposite of Harry Potter, in case any of you guys are wondering. So that was my Pottermore experience. And I did it on a really crap laptop, so it just took ages to load. So what does butterbeer taste like? Butterbeer, I went to the Harry Potter studio tour. I don't think their butterbeer is alcoholic. It's basically kind of like Dandelion and Burdock or Iron Brew with a really creamy foam. So like imagine, because you guys must either know what Dandelion Burdock, like root beer for you Americans, or like Iron Brew tastes like. And imagine that, but then like a really, really buttery tasting, almost like a foamy cupcake icing on the top of it. So it was kind of really nice. But it kind of just, I imagine it's not the healthiest thing in the Harry Potter universe. It did kind of taste like you were drinking butter. Kind of. Do you do shout-outs? Said somebody. No, but just for you. Well, not really no, it's just, well, I don't know. Here's a shout-out to all of you watching. Hi. There we go. What house did you choose? I didn't choose. I felt morally outraged. I just stopped. I think I just chose Gryffindor so I could experience what it was like. No, I chose Slytherin because they let you, walk around the house room, and I was like, they don't really describe the Slytherin basement other than that one incident with the, whatever it was, potion. What does pumpkin juice taste like? Pretty nice, actually. If you haven't sampled pumpkin juice, it's pretty cool. Do you watch American Horror Story? Yeah, obviously. One of my fave TV shows. It's a thing that I'm extremely glad happens to the world. A very weird TV show. Ask us how we feel. Oh, did I not do that? How rude of me. How are you all doing today? In a word. Shoot. How are you doing? Fab. Good. Fab. Good. Sick, said Anna. Crap, said somebody. Moist, said Eleanor T. Thanks. Dan Rippick, said Howell1234. Thanks. Meh, grumpy, swaggy, earthquake. You're feeling earthquake, are you? That earthquake was funny. Did you see the video of some news anchors on an LA news channel that were live on air when the earthquake happened? Super professional. They got under the table. It was good. Someone is feeling emo. Uh-oh. You'll grow out of it, don't worry. Placentarific, said Lexi T. Good, good. I'm very glad that you are feeling placentarific. Film with Tyler Oakley. I will one day. Yeah. This year, because I'm tired of being antisocial. Like, okay, so I've already been in videos of Phil's, Casperlee's, and PJ's this year, but I am yet to have another YouTuber on my channel, so my quest to be less antisocial Still isn't good. Maybe by actually socializing with some YouTubers at Playlist Live, I can get in the mood to actually be social. So yeah, my 2014 resolution to be less busy and make more YouTube videos, how's that been going? I'd give myself a C grade so far, just not satisfied. just not, it's just awful. I'm gonna lock myself in the house. Too many things that I don't want to do. Do you have any book suggestions? I said I was reading Game of Thrones, but that's kind of a thing to embark upon. You know what I mean? It's a real embarkation. Film with Louise. Yeah, I'm sure I probably will. She's on the list. The list. Have I met Hannah Hart? Yeah, a couple times at Playlist. How are your school grades? Speaking of C grades, I was kind of an ass. I was one of those detestable people that kind of did no work but did quite well. So I'm just going to change the subject. Do you like Sweden? I've never been to Sweden, but I'd love to go to Sweden because I love the musical exports of Sweden as well as various other things. Jenna Marbles, yeah, I've met Jenna. She's super cool. Dan, what is your next video about? It's my next video that I'm probably upload. Well, I'm going to have to upload it tomorrow because otherwise I'm going to be on a plane at some point. When am I flying? I don't even know. It's a video that has been a long time coming about typos. It's just, I had the idea, because obviously me making a video about typos is just something that was obviously needed to happen for a very, very long time. And I think I had the idea for the video in like January, but then I had a good period where I don't think I made a typo for like a month. So I was like, I had this idea for a video about typos, but then I've just not been making any typos, and then freaking Pregnat happened, so yeah, that's cool. What about Troy's videos? Yeah, I saw that Troy made a video. Mine's not really it's not the same, because Troy's video about typos was like, typos in real life, you know what I mean? Like, what happens if you text someone something and it gets auto-corrected and it's awkward? Mine's gonna be more about, like, my genuine feelings of why I find it so traumatic, because a lot of people are like, Dan, you made a typo, why is it a big deal? And I'm like, why is it a big deal? You don't know what I go through, what the retaliation I experience when I innocently tweet a typo, how it ruins my entire life. So yeah, it's going to be very emotional. But spoilers, so yeah, love is bad. Are you going to go to Glastonbury? I'd love to go to Glastonbury. I haven't been since my childhood. Can you even see what the Glastonbury lineup is? Like, I don't even... Glastonbury 2014 lineup. I guess they basically... Everyone just buys the tickets these days without them even saying who's going. Man. Am I pregnant? Just stop. It's too... Don't let the typo haters get to you, Dan. They already have. It's too late. It's too late. Dolly Parton and Blondie join Arcade Fire. Arcade Fire are pretty awesome. That's going to be cool. And Blondie. Retro. I would go to Glastonbury to see Arcade Fire. Oh, Arcade Fire doing a tour. I'd love to see their Reflector tour. I always forget to check whether my favourite bands are on tour. My mum is pregnant. Is she? Oh, shout out to her. Why aren't I on fire? The existential question. Who knows? Spotify update. Good. I can't mention what I just saw. Spotify update. Okay, let's find out what Dan has been listening to recently. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go albums and artists for this, as single tracks is too specific. Okay. Who is that? Andrew. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Guess. What have I been listening to? Totally guess. No, not Enya. Not this week. Jimmy Sap. Yeah, ooh, not bad week to. Katy Perry, Screamo, no. Justin Bieber, no. Radiohead, no. Phil Boy, no. Britney Spears, no. Lil Wayne, no. Paramore, no. 1975, no. Muse, no. PewDiePie, no. Lord, no. 1975 again, no. All Time Low, no. You're all going to be wrong. I listened to Pharrell's album once, so Pharrell is my most listened to artist. Apparently. There we go, facts. My second most listened to artist is apparently Andrew Rannells. I had no idea who the hell Andrew Rannells was, and then I realized he was a guy that sings in the Book of Mormon. I think he's the lead Mormon in the Book of Mormon, so I've been listening to the Book of Mormon soundtrack because I went to see Book of Mormon for the third time, and I want to go again already. Holy shit. As if it's something that is very accessible to anyone that lives outside of New York or London. But if you have the opportunity, ever, go see Book of Mormon, because it is incredible. And my third most listened to artist is apparently Rick Ross, because I guess I've been listening to that one song off his new album. Any Rick Ross fans out there in the Dan Is Not On Fire live show audience? I bet there are. Oh yeah. How do I cope with life? I just kind of don't. Are you going to see Divergent? Maybe. I'll see how well it goes on Metacritic. Disappearing airplane theory. I haven't even been keeping up to date with that. I'm just kind of like, for some reason, there's just something kind of morbid about everybody having so much fun speculating what happened with the plane, because I understand that it's very mysterious, but when actual people could have died, I find it a bit morbid when everyone's finding it so much fun posting their conspiracy theories about where it could have gone. I feel like it would be more respectful to just not care and then wait to find out, you know what I mean? So yeah. Are you a fan of Miley? Just talk about your scene phase. That was a horrible. I'm really regretful that no pictures of me in my scene phase are on the internet. They're all gone. They're all on my old computer, which has just disappeared, because I would have loved to have shared that with you. I made an entire video which was just a slideshow of my scene phase, and then just me crying in a picture-in-picture. Dan reacts to his life. 13 minutes of crying. Unfortunately, no. I went on an excursion to try to find some sunglasses for like 3 hours earlier, and it was just unsuccessful. Because sometimes I'm like, maybe I should, well, no, I'm just like, I like tweeting about what I'm doing in the moment, and then I think of the activity that I'm doing, and then for some reason I just feel like I can't. Someone said favorite Madoka character. Homura, definitely. What an amazing character. What was attention span of a gnat? That it just came and gone. I thought I can say something for 1 second and then get back on track, but nope. Just it's gone just like that. Sunglasses. What was I saying about sunglasses? Oh yeah. So like I can post a nice tweet about how I'm looking for some sunglasses, and then when I buy some sunglasses, I can just Instagram my sunglasses, and then I've contributed to the internet today, and I've been a good internet person, but I didn't, it was one of those shopping trips where you just wander around aimlessly for 3 hours, then feel really depressed that you didn't end up buying anything, so then I just went home. So, yeah, that was fun. Did fucking screenshot. Favorite Final Fantasy VII character? I don't know. Don't have one, I guess. Cloud. Boring answer. No Instagram for you. I know I don't Instagram enough, but that's because I just don't go outside. Darren, what's happening with your merchandise? My merchandise? That's a weird question. That's a good question. Wow. My merchandise. So that Dan and Phil shop thing happened in December. Basically, you know how merchandise was something that when I started to be a YouTuber, I just thought was everybody has kind of t-shirts on district lines. I'll do that. So because of all the other YouTubers that did the same thing, I just made a couple of t-shirts and a wristband and just put them on district lines. And I was like, that's done. But maybe this is something I want to talk about at a later date, because this is actually a really interesting conversation. But basically, I've decided that more so than doing anything for business reasons, because I don't think anyone creative should try to get too businessy. It should be more about the creativity of designing product that you think is cool and is a contribution to people's lives. So in terms of that, I'm thinking about cooler, better things that I think are cool. That's a in the future thing. Opinion on hamsters, they're cool. I had a hamster. It ran away and died. Very sad. Didn't like to talk about it. I don't actually mind talking about it. Worst hamster ever. I don't think I'm ever going to talk about my hamster anywhere else. Do you want me to talk about my hamster? Have I talked to you about my hamster before? I had a hamster when I was young. I had a hamster. It was a yellow hamster. It was called Suki. How old was I? I was like 13 or 12, maybe. I just wanted a pet. Never had... Well, I had a dog and fish and stuff, but I'd never had, like, my own hamster. So I went to a pet store, saw a cute yellow hamster, called it Suki, S-U-K-I. Why the hell did I call my hamster that thing? Oh, yeah, the Hatfic. Good. Glad that that's all reminded you of that. Great writing. Just don't Google it. Anyway, getting back on track. I had a hamster. Loved my hamster. As with many other aspects of my life, because I was extremely depressed about my own existence, I decided to live vicariously through the happiness of my hamster, which I thought I could achieve by spending all of my pocket money on my hamster. So there was like a brand of hamster places where you could get like a tank and then you could extend it. So you could buy like a bunch of pipes and like different rooms, and it was kind of like Lego, because you could just buy like connecty bits and you could build like a mansion for your hamster just by connecting bits. So I bought like the original tank, and then I just used to spend freaking all of my money on my hamster. It was basically like if you were playing The Sims and it had microtransactions, because much less than your own life, you kind of just care about your Sims life, and you're thinking, yeah, I don't need to think about what I'm doing with my actual life, or how happy I am, or what I'm even doing, because if my Sims are really happy and successful and my Sims has loads of money, then I'm happy. You know what, you guys know what I mean. It's like with every game. So that was like me with my hamsters. I just got too much joy from thinking about how happy I was making my hamster. So I used to just freaking like buy loads of things, and it would have like the nightclub extension, which would be like a blue room, and then it would have like a slide and stuff like that, and I'd buy the slide, and then I'd buy loads of pipes, and I just spent all of my money. And then it got to a point where my family had to basically give me an intervention, because they were like, Dan, you're spending all of your money on your hamster. You are like, my grandma was like, so you washed my car and I gave you £10. That's great, Daniel. But I feel like maybe you should spend some of the money on yourself, because I think my family were thinking, the hamster doesn't know if it's happy or not. Firstly, I think that, you know, buying any kind of pet that's confined to a small space is kind of cruel. So I'm kind of morally against goldfish balls and guinea pigs in tiny things and parakeets in cages for some reason. I don't know. I don't want to get too moral on pets here, but there's something about like something that could have a wide space in like a tiny box that I'm like, oh, that's mean. You know, I mean, it's like cats are great. Like cats and dogs have the freaking best lives. Are you kidding me? I would die right now to be a dog. Are you kidding me? I would die right now to be a dog in a good home. That would just be the best thing. And just whatever. Yeah. So they made me stop. And then, long story short, hamster always used to break out. It always used to break out of the cage. Like, it was the freaking Houdini of hamsters. And it was so intelligent. Like, I imagine most people have pretty dumb hamsters, you know what I mean? Like, they just say, yeah, I'm a hamster. But my hamster, you could look at it, and you could tell that it knew that it was a self-aware hamster, basically. It was aware of its own existence, which is a skill that I honestly believe most humans don't have the ability to be aware of their own place in the universe. My hamster definitely did. Maybe I was taught by my hamster, and it just used to do things like it would pile up all of the sawdust in its tank right to the edge, like a giant freaking pyramid of sawdust, and then it would go into the corner and it would basically cram itself like that and put its hamster hands against the roof, and then it would extend its spine, and using the pressure of the sawdust pile that had put it like right here between the roof, it would pop off the lid of the tank. And I freaked out when I saw that happen. I was just like, my hamster is intelligent enough to basically like intelligently solve a puzzle and pop off the lid of its own tank, and I was just like, holy crap. So I used to, like, after that happened, I remember I put a book on the lid, and it did it again. I don't know how strong hamsters are, but a freaking fat-ass book, okay, on the top of this hamster tank, and it just pushed off the book as well, and I was like, right, okay, traumatizing experience. I don't know if any of you guys have had an escaped gerbil or hamster or anything, but trying to find a loose hamster in your bedroom can take like an hour, and you're always like, has my dog eaten it? Yeah, but it never did. So then one day, I was like, it can just get out. So I put a book, an atlas, like a freaking pop-up Bible, the entire Chronicles of Narnia, which I had in this freaking fat-ass illustrated book that was like this big. Everything I had on top of this tank. I'm saying like this many books on top of this hamster tank. And at like 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, I just hear this banging, and I'm like, what's happening? And I look at my bed, and my hamster manages to push all of these books, which would be freaking heavy for like one of us to carry, just off, and is out. And I'm just like, are you kidding? Is my hamster on crack? Have I got a super hamster? Basically, I feel like my hamster was exposed to toxic waste at some point before I bought it, which would explain why it was hyper-intelligent and super strong at the same time. You know, it's the only logical explanation. So I was just dumbfounded, and I just used to try to keep it in its tank, but then I got really depressed because I was like, you know, I just wanted a hamster. I just wanted a hamster, and now this hamster, clearly it wants to escape so much. It wants to be free. You know what I mean? It's been in a hamster ball. It knows that there is a world that is bigger than its hamster cage, and it knows that it is a prisoner. It is a prisoner in a freaking deluxe house with so many extensions, but it doesn't, you know, you can make a prison as nice as possible, but at the end of the day, it's a prison. You know what I mean? And the hamster knew that. And I feel like a big part of my own growth in emotional maturity was to do with the hamster. Because when I bought the hamster, I was just a boy that wanted a cute pet. I wanted a hamster to water and to feed little nibbles and to stroke, to get out of its ball and go, oh, it's a little hamster scurrying across me and put in a hamster ball. But what I got was basically a hamster that taught me the moral that you learn at the end of The Shawshank Redemption, which is a film about prison. It taught me the value of freedom and morality at a very young age. So I thank this hamster. And whenever I have these deep thoughts about, you know, freedom, I think my hamster, you know what I mean? We could have all learned a lot from my hamster. So then, towards the end, before it escaped, I felt a bit sad because I kept taking it and putting it back in its cage, and I was just like, I don't know what to do with you, because, you know, at this point, I feel like morally I should release you, but I can't release, you know, a hamster. Where are hamsters from? They're like from the desert in Afghanistan, aren't they, hamsters? What would a hamster released into the Berkshire suburban zone in Britain do? It would just get hit by a car, it would get eaten by a cat, it would get eaten by a bird, it would just die of cold, it would get rained on, it would just, you know, like the hamster couldn't live outside of the cage, but it wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, maybe my hamster wanted to try. Maybe my hamster would have rather tried to make it in this harsh world than to just live as a prisoner with all of the little hamster nibbles and fancy nightclub hamster slide extensions it could have dreamed of. And then one day, it just disappeared. I didn't even notice it. I just saw the lid popped off, sawdust all over the floor, and then the hamster was gone. And me and my family, we looked in every room, we took beds behind things, we lifted up every drawer, we looked behind the fireplace, we took off the panels in the kitchen to see if it had like cooled behind the oven, and it had just gone. It had gone. I didn't get to say goodbye to it. It was just a normal school day. Came home from school, hamster was gone. Never saw it ever again. Was I sad? Was I sad that the hamster that I bought and cherished and spent all of my money on had disappeared? No, because my hamster, it taught me something, you know what I mean? It educated me on the value of freedom. So it was kind of like when Ash releases his Butterfree. I was sad, selfishly, that my hamster had gone, but at the same time, I was happy that my hamster had finally gotten the freedom that it wanted. And that is the story of my hamster. I feel like I should write a screenplay for that and sell it to a movie company. Yeah, man. Sorry to any of you that own hamsters that now feel like horrible people. You kind of are, but only in the way that people that are brought up racist are racist and then realize that they aren't. I mean, you can't help that you didn't previously realize it was a moral issue, okay? You can't help it. Any bigotry that you have been ignorant on until the moment that you are enlightened about, I believe in forgiveness. You know what I mean? It's like if someone's brought up in a household and then one day they think, wow, my parents' values, I don't agree with them, I can forgive that person for things that they've said or thought in the past if they then become, you know, more educated in the world. So I'm not judging any of you. And yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, just someone wanted me to sing the llama song, didn't they? I could sing the llama song. What race do you play on Skyrim? I played a Nord because I thought that they were the most typical race for the game, but then I played a Khajiit because secretly I'm a bit of a fairy. There we go. Playlist live. So yeah, going to YouTube conference this weekend. I'm going to be hanging out with all my YouTube buddies. Hopefully I can convince a lot of them to come to my place and I can make some videos with them. Then I'll probably be in a bunch of people's daily vlogs. So look forward to that. That'll be pretty fun. I'm very excited. If any of you guys are going, I look forward to meeting you. Should be pretty fun. I'm making a new video. It'll be up tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm going to be on a plane. So let's see how that goes. Cool. I hope you saw my last video. You probably did because it was over a week ago. Not going to be a radio show this weekend, but sad face, who cares? And there we go. I mean, I feel like anything that happens now is just going to be downhill after the hamster. So I'm just gonna... Do you think that hamster story could be a Dennis Not on Fire video? When I started it, I was like, this couldn't go anywhere because it's just a shitty story about my hamster. But then it got so deep. Like, imagine if I really told that story as good as I could and like recreated it. I feel like, you know, if I'm the guy that worries too much about the quality of things that goes on my YouTube channel and should care a lot less and just upload some kind of like fun stuff that doesn't have to change the world more often, I feel like that could kind of be. I'll think about that. I'll think about that. This is like the time that you guys basically inspired me to make the how to get out of bed video. If I ever make a video about the hamsters, then you guys get like producing credits for it. So there we go. That's cool. I'm gonna go eat now because oh my god, I haven't eaten in like 10 hours. I'm so it's 10. I haven't eaten in oh no, because then it would be 10. Food, man. It's all I care about. Yeah. So it's nothing else to really discuss. I mean, sorry that I was busy the last 2 Tuesdays, but I was just out. I guess it happens extremely rarely sometimes. Sometimes I wonder, like, am I going to do live shows forever? You know, it's like, am I, because obviously not. One day I'm going to stop doing live shows, and I'm like, am I going to stop doing live shows in like a month? And sometimes I feel like, I feel sad if I don't do them. So it was good to catch up and waffle endlessly at you for an hour. Okay, I'm not going to end it with the llama song. Jeez, there's just Google Dennis Not on Fire llama song. You'll find it. And yeah. Cool. Yeah. Look forward to my new video. I'm excited for this weekend. And stay cool and just consider the moral issues of freedom and hamster owning. Awesome. Bye. Have a good evening. Hope you're all happy.